Alright, welcome back to the Team Him channel, guys. Today we're here with Jesse, and he is here to show us his deck profile for his Riviere premium deck.
Yeah, I haven't done it on the channel yet, so I figured I'll show you what I play for ratios and stuff.
Hell yeah. Well, with that being said, man, it's all on you.
Alright, so our starter, of course, is the V starter. We're not playing the G1. We get our quick shield or whatever. Yeah. As you draw a card. For grade 1s, we play 3 Tavia. So she has a on placement, like a top 5, put 1 on top and the rest on the bottom. So with the starter, you can basically look at top 5, choose what you want, and then draw off the starter. Then going second, if you want to, you can top deck. You can draw first, top deck a trigger, then swing and check your trigger. And then her second skill is if you ride a Riviere during battle phase, you use Soul Blast to counter charge. Pretty good counter charge. And then we play the jump from 0 to 1. So if you're on your starter and you didn't ride, you can put her into soul, discard a card to jump into your grade 1 Riviere. And then she also basically has, as long as you have a Riviere Vanguard, she gives resist to all rear guards. So,
Which matters.
yeah, stops Narukami. So you play Narukami and we try to stop Narukami at the same time. Alright. And then 4 of V, grade 1 Riviere. She's from hand, you ride Soul Blast and they get top 7 for Riviere. You add 1. If you Soul Blasted your starter, you get to draw a card.
Nice.
So, and in the back row, she's 10k booster.
We take those.
Yep. And to round out the grade 1s, we play 3 Shield Ellie and 1 PG Ellie to be searched off of the on hit. So,
And you like that?
yeah, I play a lot of cards that actually try to go back to the deck, and this is being one of them. Shield Battle is very necessary with how I have my lineup for my triggers. So 20k shield helps a lot, and the on hit pressure is pretty scary.
Can vouch.
Yep. On to grade 2s, we play Selena. So she is our jumper. As long as we're on the grade 1 Riviere, we put her to soul, discard a card to ride our grade 2 Riviere. I do play the one of the original version. So she provides the jump, and then her second skill is whenever Riviere attacks as a Vanguard, you can bounce her to hand and recall her. So multi-tap.
Nice.
Yep. And then to round out the Rivieres, we played 3 of the V version. So she has on hand. If you're on grade 2, you can superior ride her, call out the grade 1 Mermaid Idols, and draw a card. So if you did multiple, you can call out. I believe you can call out 2 at a time. Yep, only 2. 2 max. Unless, I guess you spam it if you hit all 4 somehow. You can do that. But,
So, question, why do you run the 3-1? Why do you run the original Riviere?
so she has a rear guard skill that lets you restand. That's her next ability. Whenever Riviere is reroad, you stand her.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's also a restander. You play the one of this for the jump, so that when you ride over her with grade 3 Riviere, you get to draw a card. As long as you have Mermaid Idol also in the soul.
Oh,
So,
the grade 1?
Yeah, the grade 1.
Okay.
So this is like your ideal ride. And usually you jump into it. If not, it's kind of hard to ride her. But that's why the other good ride you can play that if you don't jump would be Enos. So she's on ride and call. Counterblast 1, you search for a Riviere of the same grade. So if you don't have her or the regular one, you can ride, call, search this one, and still get your idols from soul and draw a card.
Okay.
Yeah. But I really like her rear guard skills. So her rear guard skill is Soul Blast 1, you target her and another Riviere unit, and they both get 10k. So it's early rush, and it just provides big numbers.
As long as you Soul Blast the Riviere card?
Riviere card, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
the 1 or the 2 or the 3 later on in the game. And that's all the 2s.
Alright.
For the 3s, we play for Riviere.
Man, look at those.
She
SPs.
has the marker, of course. On place, it's CB1, discard 1, draw 2. So you kind of get the filter. And then she has, at the end of the battle, if you have another Riviere in hand, you can ride it. It doesn't matter what grade, but usually you always want to ride into the grade 3.
Right.
Yeah. And that's about it. That's all she does, but she's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we play 3 Marjan. She is on, as long as you're on grade 3 Riviere in name, you can discard her, add a card from drop to soul. If you put a Riviere card, it goes to hand and you draw a card. So it's just resource management. And then lastly, for the grade 3s, I played one of the Legion. So
the spicy tag.
Yeah, that's you'll see the reasons why I play this with my trigger lineup. But mainly, of course, you put back triggers, and you can get a triple restand with the new stride that I'll be showing y'all from the last premium collection. So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's mainly it. Put back triggers, and you'll see why in a minute.
All right.
So for the triggers, we of course we're playing for Stride Crit.
Yep.
And where it's kind of falters differently is I'm playing not just 4 but 7 draw triggers, 3 being PGs and 4 being the extra shield. So if y'all seen like a lot of new Batama decks and that y'all seen me play Hanzo, I've decided to try out playing a lot more draws. Not just to get all my pieces, but like for Battle Marina and just reuse choice. And you'll see in the stride zone I played Torilla. So, yep, that's why I'm playing 7 draws. And the defensive checks hurt.
Oh, I hated defensive draws.
And of course, 4 Heal Guardians. Use them stride, guard. Nothing special I can really interact other than returning them back. And the 1 over trick.
Of course.
Yep. Gotta play it. Maybe one of us plays it, we play it too. And see, for strides, we play the 2 new one, Hotruda. So what she does is on attack, you discard 3 from hand, you bounce your field and call 2. And then after battle, you counterblast, soul blast. She goes back to G zone and you stand your Vanguard. So you'll be on grade 3 Riviere. And she can swing again basically later on if you have another copy of a Riviere in hand. And then if you can even do plays like you can ride back down to the grade 2 if you soul blast her, use her to soul blast this out the same turn. You can ride back down to grade 2 and stride deny. So that's like the full wombo combo you try to do if you go first and you get all your pieces. And then I still play the 1 Shandy. This time you still don't hit pieces, you don't hit your draws, so you want to search for pieces. I usually try to go for like my Ellie's, hit on hit pressure, or Inez, try to get more copies of stuff later on in the game when I G-guard. Also, I forgot, this is also good for the Link Joker matchup, because he does circles, he doesn't worry about cards, units. Yeah.
Just cares about the cards and the circles?
Yep, just like Anj, just so I remembered. But yeah, we play Anj for Link Joker matchup, or you just behind, you want to dig through. And then I play Forterua. There's times where I'll draw like the whole deck, I'll get crits and heals and I'll throw them back so I can, survive. Had a game where I literally went double Turo and I went to my Legion to just try to survive the whole game.
Returning nothing but heal triggers?
Yep, heals and crits.
This guy.
All the heals and crits. Draws, they just stood in my hand. I didn't want to deck out anymore. And then, of course, we play Battle Marina, Progenitor Stride.
Yep.
Reason we play other draws, and our Megiddo. So good, it's a lot more setup when you have to hope your opponent's at 5 and,
So it's like a kill shot type
Yeah,
of
it's
card.
a kill shot. Hopefully you ramped enough markers. Which is still kind of hard. Let's see. That's all the strides. So the last is G-Guards, 2 hand-in-hand Leona. You bounce the unit, and then you can choose to call the unit. If you call the unit with the same name that you bounce, she gets plus 5k. So she works really good with Ellie. Ellie will become like another 5k, so that's 40k shield. It's pretty nice for 1 card. Especially decided to guard it, and you already have copies in the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, works real good. 2 Citron. This is mainly for the Inez. If you've seen other Riviere decks, they probably play like the Melody Soul Blast 2 to search a Riviere, but I like her, so search, under the grade 3.
During your opponent's turn.
Right, G Guardian.
All right.
And I play one of the new one. She's CB1 bouncing unit. If it's a grade 3 or greater, your Vanguard gets plus 5k to end of turn. If you bounce a 2 or less, she gets 15k shield, so that's 30k shield.
And you don't think it's worth running that at more than one?
If I did, I would be swapping out Leona or Citron.
Leona.
Yeah, I don't know which one I want to go for the big one, because usually people would just play 2 Sandies. But I wanted to split 1 and 1 because I always have a problem keeping a big hand because it's like it discards a lot. Even though it filters, it goes to way too many cards. So that's why I like this card a lot more. 1 and 1.
Dang, but if you had to choose between the 2 G guards, which one would you do to put a second one of these? In case someone was wondering.
Probably the hand in hand.
The hand in hand.
Because I also know she's like the more pricier one right now. So if you're looking at barely starting to pick up the deck, she's probably the most expensive one. Everything else is cheap.
So like a budget friendly.
For a budget friendly choice would probably be one less Leona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And that's the whole G deck. Usually you go Force 1. If you went Force 2, you sacked a lot before you even got to your grade 3 turn. You must have crit them twice. But yeah, that's the deck profile.
All right. And is there any like matchups or anything to watch out for if you decide to play this?
Other than making sure you need your Freer against all the target removal decks, not much. It's a weird matchup, always going second, because then you're kind of a rush deck, and in this build it's kind of awkward as a rush deck because I'm playing like defensive cards like Ellie, so it's more of a pressure deck than rush.
Okay.
It'd be surprising to me if they actually like take the damages and stuff. So I don't really get to rush, but I take their hand away. I like that.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
All right. And then last question: is there any like cards people could use that's not in your current list that you would think, oh, maybe you could try this or that?
I know a lot of people like Liz a lot. I'm just not a fan of her. So she'd be pretty good, especially with the stride. She'll let you multi-attack, having 2 front row or a whole column. Other than that, maybe Aqua, if you like bouncing other units. So you can bounce back Ellie, so you try that. Nothing else. I haven't tried anything like from D. Like I kind of want to try Yuika's or Ellen's just to check, but I haven't tested that yet. I'd have to be taking out the Ellies, and I'd have to play like probably some other grade 2 aggro stuff like Lizalots or something.
What about Melty? Would you try her out or?
The CB is kind of a lot. I get draw 2 from Riviere alone already, even though it does have a discard. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could be worth it if you're going more into the stride. It's a lot of counter blasts, and the one counter charger we have is only works when you grade 3 turn unless you're going to that stride and you call it as a column. So you're only gonna get 1 extra attack instead of 2. So it's very like counter damage denial type. You have to know how much you want to hit your opponent that turn, or if they're willing to take it, with their pieces in hand.
Okay. All right, well, cool. Thank you so much, Jessie, for taking the time to talk about one of your favorite decks.
Yeah, this is my second favorite deck behind Dungaree. It came out in order when I first started playing Vanguard, so.
Oh, that's really cool, man.
Yep.
I can tell when you play. You're very passionate about it.
Oh, yeah. This and Dungaree is like my OG deck, so when I got to play Premium again, I built them. I love them. Great.
All right, well, take care, guys. So like and subscribe again if you like this type of content. Jessie, I know very much will appreciate it.
Yep.
And if you have any comments on the deck, don't be shy. Please put the comments there. We're here to help each other out to get better. Maybe somebody has a good suggestion, or maybe you tried something out. So
yeah, learn a way to rush without Lizalot. Tell me.
All right, so just don't include Lizalot, guys.
Yeah, I don't like it. Too free.
All right, guys, y'all take care.